morning. Just gonna make sure I'm live. And make sure that you can hear me. Oh, good. I think I'm coming through. Sound coming through. Yay. Okay. Hi, Connie. Hi, Connie. Hi, Keisha. You guys are so good. You just pop on so quick. Hi, Diane. Good morning, everyone. I'm just checking over on my iPad to see who's coming this morning. Hi, Connie. Another Connie. Two Connies. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Sarah's always here on a Sunday morning. So is Keisha. Good morning, you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning. Okay. Diane, good morning. Oh, Connie is in Ohio. Well, thanks for joining me. It's good afternoon there, I think. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. here where I am, but I think Ohio, it is after lunch or at lunch. Not sure if you're Eastern time or if you're Central time. Okay, guys. Wow, I can't believe how fast you guys popped on here. This is amazing. Yay. Well, let's get started. As we'll get started since most of you are here. I am Alison Sullivan, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And so I love to see you all pop on. Some of you are local, some of you aren't, some of you are, I have sometimes people from Australia, so it's kind of fun. It's 1 p.m. and yeah, so you're Eastern time. Okay. So today, Sundays, I do a sketch card, which means that I take a sketch that's been exclusively made by my border buddy, Patsy Wagner, who's in Minnesota. So she designed all our sketches, thank goodness, because I wouldn't know how to do that. And then we create cards with that sketch or that layout. So let me show you today's. Here's today's sketch. And it is pretty straightforward, but I'm going to do a little twist on it. I'm going to do a little twist. So I always find that when I'm stuck or my mojo's, I don't know what to do, if I go to a sketch, I can usually figure out something. So hopefully that's what I'm trying to teach you on Sunday mornings, is if you're ever stuck, grab one of our sketches, make it your own. You can copy it exactly, or you can change things out, move things around. It's just a way to get you started. And then on my blog on Sunday mornings, I also have a Sunday sketch card. So today I have a card featuring the Sweets and Treats stamp set. And Patsy has a card featuring, I think it's Peekaboo Pals. Super cute. So my blog is Stamp Crazy with Alison, and Patsy's blog is stampstodiefor.com. And so go over and check those out. Hi, Gail. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So let's get started on our stamping. Okay. So I'm just going to wheel over to my little workstation here so I can still see your comments. I've got them turned towards me. All right. Here's our sketch. Pretty straightforward. This was Patsy's. I'm just going to flip this paper. This was Patsy's card that she did on her blog. I think it was last week. So last Sunday. So you can see, let me open this up. You can see that she followed the design quite specifically, right? So here, for instance, where it's got 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inch, which could be a piece of cardstock, she's just used a piece of ribbon instead, and that's cool. Okay. So I have a little bit of a different take on this sketch today. So let me show you. Okay. We're going to be using a stamp set. I'm not even sure if you know that it exists, but here it is. It is Seasons of Fun. Now, when you purchase $200 Canadian or $150 US if you're purchasing from Patsy, before taxes and shipping, you get like free rewards. Yeah, rewards, host rewards to spend however you like. And so, for instance, in Canada, if you were to spend $200 or have a party where you had a group of friends and you together and it was $200 or more, you'd earn host rewards. So at 10%, that's $20. So you can buy anything you want, paper, cardstock, ink, whatever you want. But did you know that there are exclusive host sets that only you can buy with your rewards? So if we look at this one here, Seasons of Fun, and let me just grab the actual case here for you to see. So Seasons of Fun, whoops, here he is. It's a bit of a glare, so I'll try and hold it up. Okay, super cute. So if you look here in the catalog, it says it's $16, but it's valued at $27. So if this were an actual stamp set in the catalog, it would cost $27, but you can't buy it. So when it says $16, it doesn't mean that you're paying for it. It means that that $16 will be applied to your free rewards. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Hi, Mo. Okay. This set, yeah, Jacqueline loves this set. I do too, Jacqueline. Isn't it adorable? And what I really like about it is that we've got a fall card. Look at the little kitty in the leaves. Did you guys do this when you were kids? We can't do it in Vancouver because it's too wet here. So by the time the leaves fall off the tree, like today, got a lawn full of leaves, they're too wet. You can't rake them up and jump in them. But when I was a kid, you could in Ontario. We could do that. And then we've got a girl with her pumpkin. She's dressed up as a pumpkin for Halloween, and she's carrying her pumpkin little container. We all had those too, right? And then we have a Christmas themed stamp set. So she's just pulling along a little, looks like a little Charlie Brown tree on a wagon there. And then adorable, we have the dog who's jumping with his little tongue hanging out. And then you've also got stars and snowflakes and leaves. So lots of things to add to your card. Okay, super cute. So that's the card. That's the stamps that we're going to use for my card today. And here is the layout. So let me show you what I did. I started with the card base 5.5 by 8.5. So here we go. 5.5 by 8.5. Pretty straightforward, right? Okay, now this particular image that I want to use the girl pulling the tree. It's quite large. So if I were to do it the orientation that the sketch suggests, I wouldn't be able to really fit her in here. So I turned my card this way. Okay, so I kind of turned it like this. All right. Then, well, I should say I kind of turned it like this, like wound like this. Yeah. I did a few little changes. Okay. But I still wanted the 2.5 by 5.25 piece of designer series paper. So I went to the Playful Pets, and it's a great suite of products. Or it was a suite last year, I guess, and now it's just in the catalog. No, it's a suite this year. What am I saying? So we've got this adorable designer series paper, and I thought it was really cute and really fit a Christmas theme. It almost looks like stitching on a sweater, doesn't it? At least to me it does. The other side has the adorable dogs and cats in their little stockings, but that didn't really work for the theme I was going with here. So I'm going to use this side, which to me looks like sweater. Looks like a sweater to me. Okay. Then the next thing I wanted to do was I didn't want to leave my cardstock just plain. I could have, and you can. I wanted to add some dimension to it. So what I did was I took the Wintry 3D. I'm going to just move my camera up a bit. I don't think I'm in frame enough. I'm going to keep going in and out of frame. So there we go. So the Wintry 3D embossing folder from the annual catalog comes with one folder that's got snowflakes, and the other folder has pine bows. So you get both folders for, I think it's $13 Canadian, which are $13.50. Super cheap and super fun. So I love this. So then I wanted to emboss the bottom half of my card. So I went like this and lined it up like so. And then I grabbed my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and I ran that through. And the reason that I don't bring my embossing machine over to my table while I'm, doing lives with you guys, it's just too big and you won't be able to see it. So I only use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and this is too wide to go through that platform. Okay, so ran that through. You guys know how to emboss. So look at this, through the magic of television. Here it is, embossed. Okay, so now I can go ahead and glue that piece on the top. So let's do that. I'm going to grab my favorite glue, which is the white glue. That's what I call it. I'm sure it has an official name. What's the official name? Monoliquid glue. This glue is fantastic. It lasts. I just love this glue, and it's really inexpensive. I think in Canada it's $5.50. I think. So lots. And the cool thing is you get this little fine tip, but look at this. You get this big, wide if you wanted to do a larger project. Love it. It's good for me because I can control it. It does take practice. I know some of you are like, oh gosh, I can't stand it. It sticks to my fingers, blah, blah. It used to do that to me too, but you just practice and you'll be okay. All right, so that's my two pieces. Now, next element is this piece here, which going traditionally would be going this way, but I, of course, switched it to landscape, so I want to go this way. So I'm going to bring in this beautiful cherry cobbler and gold ribbon from the mini catalog. And I'm just going to tie. Now, I could tie about this is, well, let me stop for a sec. This ribbon, you guys, it was not something that I was drawn to in the catalog when I saw it. I thought, oh, I don't like that. But when I got it, it's really beautiful. And it's got lots of gold accents, not just on the edge, but throughout the ribbon. And it's so soft. So it's easy to tie. Okay, now, because I've got quite a large image, I want to, I'm just going to bring this, I'm going to waste it. I always leave my ribbon on the roll and then tie it. I don't know about you guys, but that hopefully means I won't waste too much. And then I'm just going to, instead of doing a bow, I'm going to do a very, very, very soft knot, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off my edges. I was talking about this yesterday. I was doing a class online yesterday, and it was saying that when I first started, I think I cut my finger with my scissors, and then it started to bleed all over my project, and it was on a video, so luckily I could edit it out. But every time I go to cut the ends, I think, ooh, don't cut your finger. All right, so that's sort of the start of our card. Now, yesterday when I was starting this, look what I did. I actually did start making it this way, right? But the image, as I said, it was too big to fit here. So I'm going to keep this, and I can use it for a totally different card. In fact, I can probably use the little dog. Here he is. Where is he? This little dog image in a little circle would be really cute. Okay, so I'm going to keep that for another day. All right, so now I've got my elements done. Now I want to do my image. So let's do that. So for that one, I'm going to start by cutting some elements here with the layering circles dies. Oh, I'm seeing who else is joining me. I'm going to take a break. Hi, Ellie. Eleanor, my friend Eleanor, who, you guys, she could actually take her, she could polish up her act and go to Las Vegas. She's so funny. She says, who needs poppy parade ink when you can just bleed? Yeah, that's true. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so if you don't have the layering circles dies, I guess my question would be, why not? But I have two sets. How about is that? But I use them so much. So, as a demonstrator, obviously, I use them a lot. So that's why I have two sets. But I'm going to use this size. Now should we measure? Yeah, let's measure for you guys so you know which ones I'm using here. So I'm measuring edge to edge. This would, centimeters, let's use inches, would be just under 3 1/4. Okay, well, it's 3 1/8 across. And then the next largest scalloped. So you get 16, you get 8 round ones and 8 scalloped ones. And then they can layer on each other, which is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to need that. Then I've got a piece of old olive, and that's what I'm going to cut my scallop from. And then I've got my basic white. This is just a scrap, and that's what I'm going to cut my image from. Okay, so I think I'm going to stamp my image first. So let me grab the image. I'm going to do the girl pulling the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And are you like me? Some stamps I put labels on and some I don't. I don't know why. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Usually for words I like to have the labels on, but otherwise I don't. Don't know why, just don't. I'm going to stamp it with Memento ink. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends to color. Okay. Now I noticed yesterday that my Memento ink was getting a little bit dry. And I thought, well, that's okay. I'll just re-ink it. I can't believe it. I'm out of ink, of re-inkers, so I've ordered some. So hopefully this will still be dark enough that we can see what we're doing. Now, with the Memento, sometimes I'll turn over a large stamp because don't you find it hard to kind of do this? I do. I like to see where I'm putting ink and then I can get a nice even coat, so to speak. And that's, I only really do it with Memento ink. If I'm doing it with one of our regular ink pads, they're instead of being a felt, they're I'm trying to say foam, and so they're soft and you'd have to be really careful. Okay, just a heads up, it's not quite the same. I was trying to say, like, you have to be just careful, more careful with the foam. So I'm just going to give that a good press because I'm hoping my ink is dark enough. That's good. There she is. So cute. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and cut those out. Well, actually, I'm going to color her in just because then I've got a larger piece and I'm not trying to move my little circle. So let's color her. Let's do that. Then we'll cut. Okay, who else? Oh, hi, Christina. Christina's asking, if you don't put the labels on the back, does it stick as well to the block? And the answer is yes. It doesn't stick like the stick from a label. But you can see that it sticks. It's not going to fall off. So not going to fall off. I find that because of the work I do, because I do this as my job, which I use in quotes because it's more fun than a job, I've got lots of stamps out all the time. And if I've got the labels on it, I have to remember to always take them off the blocks, or they're really sticky. And if that happens to you, don't worry. Just sort of, I usually sometimes take my take a pick tool and I'll just go under and just loosen that corner and then I can pull it off. That's if you put the label on. Does that make sense, Christina? Hi, Carol. Did I say hi? Jacqueline has 2 sets of, yeah, you're in my little community, Jacqueline. We're 2 layers, what do we call them? Layering circles. Yeah. And plus for classes and stuff, right? It's nice to have 2 so people aren't waiting. Okay, so here she is. Isn't she cute? Now, whenever you use the Stampin' Blends, I like to put a piece of paper underneath. So let me just turn this inside out just to protect my surface because it does come through because it's alcohol based, right? Usually it just comes through the back and doesn't actually transfer, but I'm always more safe than sorry kind of person. So I'm going to start. Look at this. I'm going to bring these in. I love this. Let me show you. Oop. Here we go. I love Stampin' Blends. Don't these look like popsicles or something or candy? They're so pretty. All the pretty colors. Love. Okay. So I'm going to move them off to the side and I'll tell you what color I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start with light crumb cake and color in the little sack that the little tree is in. I've noticed that I've been doing a lot of coloring lately in my videos. Hope you like coloring because I do. Now, if you don't want to use blends, that's okay. You can use any kind of coloring medium that you like. So see, I've just used the dark one here just to give it some highlight. Okay. And then I'm just going to, this is like a little sled that it's sitting on. So I'm just going to add a little brown to that. And then her leggings, I'm going to make her leggings brown too. Leggings. When we were kids, they were leotards. And I used to hate leotards. How about you guys? I grew up in the East, and leotards were made of wool, or they felt like they were made of wool. And I hated them so much. I was so happy if I fell and skinned my knee because it would make a hole in them. But no, my mom would darn them. So then I had the ugly leotard, and then my knee was darned with usually not very well, you guys. Not like a hidden darn, right? Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's keep going here. So next, I want to color my tree. Now, you can see that the tree is just sticks, right? Really Charlie Brownie. So all I did for that was just kind of dot the green on it. Does that make sense? Dotting the green. Okay. And oh, I guess what I could do here is add the brown to the little tree. There we go. All right. Now she needs a star on top. Let's use Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use the lighter of the two, but you could use the dark if you wanted. And then the sled. I guess the sled should technically be brown, but I don't want to make it brown. I want to make it red. Kind of like a, whoops, kind of like a little red flyer, right? Sorry, I just had a moment with my blend there. Okay, now we've got a red. There we go, a little red sled. Nice. So far, so good. Okay, next up. Let's color her buttons before I start coloring her coat. So I'm going to go with the darker daffodil and hope it looks sort of like little brass buttons. Thinking. And red. I want her to have, because the colors of the card, let me just remind you, are cherry cobbler. And then we've got pool party here and old olive and daffodil. So that's why I'm kind of keeping with those colors for the image. Let's color her scarf. And let's go with light cherry cobbler. I think that would work. Now you could make it two-tone. You could maybe add some light craft. Or not craft, what am I saying? Crumb cake. Okay, so let me do this. Turn her a little titch. When I'm making a card on a Facebook Live, it can be a bit challenging, you guys, because imagine, you know, when you normally would color and you'd have it right in front of you and like you'd be looking down at it. This is about, half an arm's length away from me. So sometimes it's kind of hard to see exactly where you are at when you're coloring. Just the way the camera has to be set up in relation to where I'm sitting. Yeah, so cute so far. Isn't she cute? Okay, and then we're going to just add some cherry cobbler to her little hat. So if you like to color and you have a $200 or more order, or you get together with some friends and place, this is Canadian prices, a $200 order, you can get this stamp set for free, which is free's so cool. I love free. Free's good. All right, pool party. Remember we were talking about pool party. So let me bring in the dark pool party, and I'm going to add that to her hat. She's got a two-tone hat. She's very coordinated, this girl. She's got a very coordinated outfit going on here. And then I'm going to use the darker one for her cuffs of her coat and her little pockets here. And then I'm going to use the light one for the remainder of her coat. Okay, because I do want, I'm going to use a brush end. It's a larger surface, so I can get the brush in a little bit better with these larger. So don't worry too much if you leave white space or there's space that's not perfectly colored. It's okay. It'll look like it's watercolored. Now, if you want to do more what I'd call blending, then go ahead and add some darker Pool Party just to this edge of her coat here. Can you see that? And maybe right here by her arms and here, just to give it a little bit more definition. Definitely can do that. And of course, even though I colored this with dark, once it dries, you can go back in and just add the same color and give it more definition if you want. Okay. And then if you want, you can just go over and blend it. I'm just going to leave it. I like it like that. Okay. How's everybody doing? Hi, Jennifer, Sharon. Oh, Jennifer's helping Christina. She doesn't apply stickers to any set. Yeah. I may do it for the words, Jennifer, just because I find that I do need good placement. We're talking about putting labels on the back of the red rubber stamps, whether we do or we don't. Let's give her some, just because I have the daffodil already here, let's give her, and let's color her face with a petal pink. We've got lots of different colors that you can use for complexions. If you don't want like a little rosy cheeked girl here. Okay, and then we just got her boots, which I'm just going to use the smoky slate. And just going to color those in. And then I think she's good. I think she's good. The snow here, I think would be better with a little bit of color. So I'm just going to use some Pool Party and just kind of daub it on. And then it'll look just like snow underneath. Okay, so there she is. All done. That didn't take long, did it? That was quite fast. Oh, her pom-pom. I think her pom-pom should be something. I'm thinking, let's see. How about a yellow pom-pom? Now, I will say, I kind of dissed my mother with the darning of the leotards, but she made absolutely beautiful knitted sweaters for us when we were kids and for our own kids. So she wasn't a good darner, but she was a beautiful knitter. Okay. What do we think? Cute, eh? Isn't she cute? Can we see her? I think so. Ooh, maybe not focusing as well. Just, okay, there we go. All right, let's cut her out. So bring in my favorite little buddy here. This is my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and I'm going to raise it up a little bit here so you can see a little. Okay, there we go. So you can see, at least see the platform. And we need some plates. So I used plate number 3 and plate number 2. Look at these plates. Oh my goodness. Well loved, aren't they? And I'm going to get my image and then my circle. Now it might cut off a titch, but that's okay. It's actually when you're creating and you kind of stamp off a bit of your, well, in this case, the circle, it draws people's eye outwards, which is a good thing, right? And then it's not all just stuck into a little tiny space. So just going to run that through. And she's going to pop out. There she is. And then same plates. Remember, I had that old olive piece because I'm going to tie in that color from the designer series paper. And we'll go through like so. Okay. And set that aside. Pop that out and set all of this aside. All right. Here we go. So I'm just going to glue that to the layer, make sure I've got the right sizes. Yeah, now you can see it's just letting that old olive peek around the edge, but when it's on the actual card, you'll see it a little bit better. It won't be as lost. That's what I'm trying to say. Just add that little matte to the image. Okay. I think that's good. All right. Now bring back my card. Here we go. So it's coming together. What are we thinking? Coming together? So I want this here. So I want to pop this up. I don't think it would look as good flat. So let's grab our dimensionals. Now this is quite a large piece. Normally I would only put 3 pieces on a circle, but we need one in the middle so it doesn't go sink in, sag. Okay. All righty. Go. All right. She's so cute. It's not cute. Adorable. I know, so adorable. Hi, Corrine. Oh, Corrine just got this set. Yeah. Hi, Mary. Anyway, now we don't have any sayings with the Seasons of Fun stamp set. That's okay. I just grabbed another stamp set. This one is Frosted Gingerbread. And it's got a really cute Happy Holidays, which I thought the font was really cute with, I would have liked to Merry Christmas, but I couldn't find one in the sets that I owned that I liked. So here we go. Happy Holidays. And again, I want to pull those colors in, right, from the designer series paper and also from what I've colored. So I've got Pool Party. That's what we're going to be using. And we've got the Cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm just going to ink that up on my scrap. And Happy Holidays. There it is. Let that dry for a sec. Find the reds. I would say this, but reds, blacks, and dark blues always tend to smear. So I like to just let it sit for a second. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my cutter. And I'm just going to trim it off. If you measure and you know what size strip you want before you stamp, then that's good too, because it's photopolymer. So you can usually get a good placement and see what you're doing. Maybe even better than cutting. There we go. All right. Now I want to, I could just, trim these off and that'd be okay. But I actually want to flag them. Does that make sense? Banner flags. So if you use the Taylor tag stamp set and you stick it in and you just bring it back a bit and line it up. So I'm just going to not punch yet. I'm just going to show you. So you can see that that's going to create a little flag. Okay. I'm going to stick this end in, see where the end is. And then I'm going to pull it back. Again, not easy when you're on half an arm's length away, but there we go. Happy Holidays. Okay, so this piece here was popped up, remember? So if we pop this up, it's going to be kind of weird. So what I want to do is put some glue on this end and a dimensional on this end. And that way it'll be lined, it'll be popped up at the same height. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to put a dimensional on one end. And we're going to put our glue on the other end. There we go. Let's stick to, and then decide where we want to put this. I think about here would be good. Yeah, there we go. Like that, there's lines so I can line it up. Okay. Thanks, Sarah. I love this cute little stamp set. Isn't it cute? You can use all those occasions. Remember we were talking? We've got the boy with the leaves and the kitty. We've got just the dog by himself having a fun time, like trying to catch some snowflakes. And then we've got the Halloween theme, and then we got the Christmas. So you've got kind of a bunch of different themes going in the same stamp set. Cute, eh? Now, I just want to remind you of the sketch. So here's the sketch, and here's my interpretation. And for those that joined late, the reason that I had to flip it, I'll bring you where I started. This is where I started doing it just like the sketch, right? But because this image was large, I just didn't think it just didn't work as well for me. So that's why I took all of this, flipped it, and moved my ribbon. And so then I basically have the same sketch. So I'm hoping that that by using the sketch, that you guys will find it a little bit easier if you're stuck and you don't know what to create. Oh, Mary says the little pumpkin girl reminds her of her granddaughter. Yeah, they're so cute. Hi, Kathy. Now, just before I go, I'll be back to say goodbye. But before I do, let me remind you of a stinking good deal that I have going. And it is a class. It is called, just a moment here, Whimsy and Wonder class. Okay, and it's the Whimsy and Wonder Sweet collection, which I will find in my catalog so I can show you guys. Here it is, Whimsy and Wonder. Okay, so page 2425. Here we go, right? So the class comes with half a package of the designer series paper. So we've got beautiful designs with the silver embossed. And then on the other side are more, I don't know what I'd say. They're not silver embossed, but some of them are still kind of Christmas winter themes, but lots of them you could use for birthdays or any other theme. So you're going to get 6 12 by 12s. Okay. Then you're also going to get a complete roll of the, let's see here, Whisper White seam binding, crinkled seam binding. This is a great ribbon. You're sort of probably thinking, oh, that's kind of plain. But you can color this with our inks or Stampin' Blends and make it any color you want. So that's why it's super. And then you also get a complete package of the snowflakes. Wonderful snowflakes. And those are, let's see, 24 snowflakes in one pack. So cool. So you're going to get that. And you're going to get the supplies for 4 cards using the stamp set and the products. You're going to get PDF instructions on how to make them. And then you're going to be invited to join us at an exclusive class online. And that class is November 20th. And we just invite you, and it's Facebook, and we spend about an hour and a half, and we make the cards together, and we have lots of fun. Okay, so that's the class. That's $40. Now, if you buy the Whimsical Trees and the Christmas tree dies from me, then you get the class, which is the 4 cards, PDF, and an invitation to the class. You get those free. Okay, you don't get the goodie bag, but you won't need it because we'll send you the bits to make the actual cards, but you won't get all the, the whole goodie bag. But here's the stinking good deal. If you purchase the Whimsical, what is it called? The Whimsy and Wonder Suite. So that's the stamps, the dies, the blushing bide ribbon, the snowflakes, and the full packet designer series paper. You're going to get the class, the invitation, the PDF. But in addition to that, you're going to get a PDF with 12 cards, 12 additional cards, and video instructions to make those cards. So huge deal. Okay. So let me show you some of the cards that I've made with this stamp set. So here was one that I made on my live the other night. Super cute. Are you a traditionalist? I saw this stamp set, this suite of products, and I did love the pinks. And I was saying the other night that when I was growing up, everybody had a real tree or, just getting into artificial trees. And we had a silver tree with red baubles on it. And I just thought it was ugly and kind of mortifying that we couldn't have a green tree. And now, how many years later, I'm thinking, oh, I really wish I'd had one of those little trees just as a fun accent in your house at Christmas. I think it would be fun. So maybe my mom was ahead of the curve. Okay, then here is a shaker card that I made using it. This is just one of our clear envelopes. Fun. And then we've got this card. Again, we're going back to those pinks, those bright pinks, but I love it. Do you guys like that? I mean, we all like traditional colors, right? But it's kind of nice to have, I don't know, different bright colors. Here's another one. And another one. Now this one I use the shimmery white paper, which I really like with the snowflakes. That's that die that or the embossing folder I used this morning. Again, we've got the DSP and we've got the beautiful silver foil that we've cut the trees out with. And here's one I made. I think I made this one last week or the week before. Can't remember. Anyway, made it on a live. If you search the videos here, you'll be able to find it. Okay. And then lastly, here's another shaker card, only I've done this one in the greens. That beautiful, pretty ribbon. So pretty. It's like a little mother of pearl. So cute. So, card for today. Hope you enjoyed that. And let's go over here. Okay, hi guys, I'm back. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's see. Sandy. I have to get mine out and color her. I used the one with the pumpkin for my Halloween cards. Yeah, it's so cute. I think people miss these host only stamp sets because they're at the back and kind of hidden, but by all means check it out at the back of our main catalog, the annual catalog, and also any of our mini catalogs. There's usually a selection there. Thanks for coming, Diane. Thanks for coming. I'm very excited, by the way, you guys. I have a new pair of glasses. I got my new glasses yesterday, and I can actually see. They had to go up quite a big jump in prescription, but I was just grateful I could see. And she says to me, "You have a very small face. I think you could fit the children's line." I thought, really? Anyways, I wasn't quite small enough for the children's line, but I was small enough for the teens. So my new glasses, I'm grateful that I can kind of see. Thanks, Keisha. I love them too. Oh, this is the other thing, because I don't want to get progressives. I don't think I'm ready for those. But these ones are small enough, like on my face, that I can just go like that if I don't need my glasses. Up, down. So it's sort of a manual progressive. Okay. So thanks you guys for joining me. When am I on next? I am on Wednesdays. Now those are at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So some of you might not catch me live, but you can always catch the replay. Wednesdays, I don't have themes. I can do whatever I like. So today's Sunday sketches, of course. And then on Thursdays, the first 2 Thursdays of every month, I have my class demo, like I demonstrate a card that I'm going to be using in a class. But Wednesdays, it's kind of, I can do what I like. So I'll see you at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And until then, I hope you have a great week and happy stamping, everybody. Bye for now.